Today's tip is what not to bring to a memory care or assisted living community. Hi, it's me, Linda Burhan, the gal who cares for the caregivers with love, laughter, and lessons learned. What do you bring to a senior community, and what should you not bring? I have my friend Karen Truman here today. She's going to tell you all about it.
Thank you, Linda. Appreciate being here today. I'm Karen Truman. I'm going to be talking about a couple of ideas for caregivers as they're moving into assisted living and what not to bring, because we have so many different things that people bring. And I just had this situation a couple weeks ago where the gentleman had a golf club in his room, and he was starting to use it walking down the hall. Not a good idea. You know, there's just some throw rugs, different shaving gear, scissors, knife collections. Not a good idea. There's just so many little things that we don't think of and we want our loved one to have, but it's really not appropriate anymore. So, you know, those are some of the things that I talk about when I do support groups, and I have a lot more things. You know, some people bring heating pads in, electric blankets, little knickknacks. Little knickknacks are not appropriate either because they can get lost, they can get stolen. Somebody sees them as they're walking down the hall, and oh, that's really pretty, and then it goes missing, and you know, it gets broken, whatever. You know, medications are a big no-no, especially the over-the-counter ones that our loved ones want, those Pepto-Bismol, or they want the different things, but those are all really not appropriate unless the doctor has approved all of that. And usually in your assisted living buildings, they have medication management, which is probably a really good idea. I know I'm living it with my mother-in-law. She's in memory care, and she's had a lot of different issues, and we've had to scale down so much. Just had to scale down a chair that she had. It wasn't appropriate for her because it was hurting her back. It was a wooden rocking chair, but it was just so hard, we actually had to get rid of it and switch it out with her permission. Heirloom jewelry. People bring their, you know, they want to leave the rings on and watches and stuff like that, but that might not be a good idea either. Things get misplaced, they get wet, they get dirty. They get misplaced. So those are things. And the third thing I really like to talk about is no scents. You should not be bringing in, there should be no candles, no potpourri, no perfumes, no aftershave, no scented anything. They say that 90% of asthma is caused by artificial scents. Those are some of the things that I like to talk about, and no power tools. How's that? Okay, I think that pretty much covers it. And you know, if you're not sure of an item, or you know your loved one has something that they really want to bring in, you know, it'd be best to talk to the administrator or one of the nurses or somebody, just to make sure that that's really an allowable thing to have in there, and is it going to be used properly? You know, and the one other thing is food. You know, we don't want to draw ants or roaches. So food items, sometimes if they're not secured and kept in containers or refrigerator, we see, you know, the ants or the roaches. We don't want that. So those are just some tips for you today.
Thanks, Karen. We don't know what we don't know, and I appreciate your tip. Tune in next week for another tip sponsored by Arden Courts, where all they do is memory care, and have a delicious day.